Yo, 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 what's up? What's up, people? What's up, everybody? Good afternoon to everybody. How y'all doing today? This me, Ben the Messenger. I'm on here with another video and another message today. Title of this video right here is going to be about the size matter in prison. The size matter in prison. Um, I will say, man, and it's just my opinion. Everybody got their own opinion. I would say size it all depends, man. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Um, Size matters as far as reputation, as far as intimidation tactics. You see guys that come up in there. Um, you see guys in there. They're big. They look strong. They're buff. They're tall. They look intimidating. But I will say all that don't mean nothing. What matters is what's pumping behind this right here. What matters is the heart and the mind. Those two things is really what matters. The heart and the mindset of a person. It's a lot of short guys. You got a lot of it's a lot of short, skinny guys, or just short guys in general. It's a lot of shorter guys in there that's done got on a big dude's head. It's a lot of short dudes that's done split it a big a big dude's wig. You got dudes walking around in there that's 5'6", 5'7", 5'8", 5'9", even 5'5", 5'4", but with the heart, but with the heart of 20 lions. 5'6", 5'5", 5'7", but with the heart of 20, but with the heart of 20 lions though. Uh, they ain't to be played with, despite their size. They got that kill or be killed type mindset, and that's really what it comes down to. Uh, Willing to survive, being smart, being able to think. It's not. See, a lot of times they show movies and shows on TV of the big buffest dude in there, and he's terrorizing everybody. Now, don't get me wrong, that does happen. That does happen, but it's not like that though. Now sometimes it is like that, but you go in there, you mind your business for the most part, and you stay to yourself, you'll be fine. But now some people may test you, and that's where you might have to just go ahead and just give a quick demonstration that you're not to be played with, and that you're not to be messed with, and that you will not tolerate no disrespect from anybody. And then after that, you shouldn't have no more issues. And like I said, man, is my bad, just looking out my window. But it's the mindset that matters the most. The heart and the mindset. It's all about what's pumping in your chest. Do your heart pump acid, or do your heart pump red Kool-Aid? It's a lot of big guys, a lot of big buff dudes, a lot of tall dudes, 6'6", 6'5", 300 pounds, 250 pounds, all muscle, that they big, they tall, they got the size, and they got the appearance. They look tough, but man, on the inside, some of them are soft as toilet tissue. You got a lot of dudes out there, man, that don't got no hearts. They ain't got no heart. You got a lot of guys out there that just don't know how to fight. You got a lot of guys out there that you know what I'm saying. When someone that's not scared of them call them out, they don't want no problem. One thing about it, there's no amount of muscle in the world that can save you from 9, 10, 11, 12 inches of steel, of sharp steel. And I'm going to tell you, man, people in there that's bullies that's big, and they try to intimidate people and bully people because of their size. Um, well, somebody got something for that, and it's called a shank. It's called a blade. It's called a bone crusher. A bone crusher is basically a knife that goes through bone. It's kind of like a sword, long knife, and it goes through bone. That's why it's called a bone crusher. So size, they got something for size and height in there. And like I said, this little dude's in there, man, that would slice your throat. You see what I'm saying? So it's not always about size and height. Like I said, it's more for a scare tactic. Like I said, um, it really don't matter how big you are and how strong you are if you know where to hit somebody, if you know where, and if you know when, and if you know how to hit somebody. You hit somebody in the face, you punch somebody bare knuckle, and you hit them extremely hard, and they nose, you break their nose, you bust their nose, they leaking, their nose is bloody, they can't breathe. Now they won't be able to fight because you can't breathe. You can't fight if you can't breathe. You hit somebody in the eye, you bust out an eyeball, you pop somebody's eye socket out of place. Will they be able to fight? No. And it don't matter how big they is. You hit somebody in the throat hard enough and you crush their windpipe, you break their trachea, and now they gasping for air. Does it matter how big and how strong they are and how tall they are? No. You hit somebody hard enough in the temple, you can drop them. You can unalive somebody like that if you hit them with enough force. You feel where I'm coming from? So, man, it's not always what it seems. And besides, on top of that, people in there are walking around with blades and knives on them. You got to be willing to get savage. You got to be willing to sometimes exert extreme violence. That's what matters in there. It's the man he may not be physically imposing, but he is willing to exert extreme violence on anyone, on any man that disrespects him and that tries him and that tries to intimidate him. He's not having it, he's not going for it. He will unalive you or will hurt you extremely bad, will injure you very bad. Like I said, it's the heart, it's the mindset, and it's willing to survive. And whether you know how to fight, and you may be a big person, a person they may can't beat you with their hands. They may can't beat you straight up. They got something that'll equalize that out though. They go and get that sword of justice and they sink that knife into your stomach, into your chest, into your heart, into your face. It's not gonna matter how big and how tough you is then. It ain't gonna matter. So, like I said, no amount of muscle, no amount of weight, no amount of height. Okay, you 6'6", 300 pounds, all muscle, 400 pounds, 500 pounds, all muscle. Okay, somebody going there, it'd be a 5'5", 5'6" dude, 5'7" dude, 5'8" guy. He know he can't beat you straight up. He gonna beat you with this though. He gonna beat you with this. He gonna use strategy. He gonna use tactical thinking, tactical strategy, and awareness to deal with you. He goes in there and he sharpens and he files down a blade, a knife, or whatever, and sharpens it up to the point to where it's pretty sharp and catch you slipping and poke you up and carve you up. Your muscles, your size is not going to protect you from steel piercing your body and you bleeding out. So yeah, so my take on that, it ain't about the size, it ain't about the height. Not always. It's what's pumping in here in the mind and being willing to survive, willing to make it back home in peace. That's what it's about. If anyone liked this video, feel free to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment down below. And I appreciate all the ones that watch me and support me. But until then, I catch y'all with the next video. Peace out. Been the messenger.